Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cedi Investor. In today's video, we are talking about Kasapreko. Now this is a company that's planning on listing on the Ghana Stock Exchange by the end of this year. Hopefully they'll be able to do that because there's not really a lot of stocks on the Ghana Stock Exchange, so it will be a welcome addition. But since they are planning on listing on Ghana Stock Exchange, I thought, why not go over their financials and see how the company is performing. Is it a great company? Are they having strong performances? We'll go over that. So we'll start off with this video. We have the executive, one of the executives of Kasapreko, and he's talking about their plans to list. So let's watch it.
This year, thanks to the board members and shareholders, we also have approval to list equity on the Ghana Stock Exchange on the main market.
So basically, he's saying that, and he's the managing director, he's saying that they've been given approval by GSC to be able to list onto the Ghana Stock Exchange. And that's wonderful. So hopefully they are putting in place, the measures and the requirements to be able to do that. And by the end of this year, they will be probably listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. If not the end of this year, most likely beginning of next year. So since this move is most likely going to happen, let's go over their statements. A little context about the company. We know Kasapreko, it's a known name in Ghana. Popularly a alcoholic company, but then they don't only sell alcohol, they have a lot of diverse products as well. We can see Choco Malt, Awake Ghana, Special Apple, so the special drinks, they do own it as well. Puma, Cola, is it Cola Puma? Yeah, Energy Storm, never tried it, but yeah, I never, probably won't try any of these. But I'm sure there's a market base because if they are planning on listing, probably there's a market base for it. Looking at their income statements, we can see they made 1.6 billion Ghana cedis in sales compared to last year 1.2 billion. So it went up. Cost of sales also went up, but then gross profit, operating profit higher than last year, total profit too, yeah, so far so good. Everything is looking good. Their profit, they didn't make massive profits, so I'm assuming their profit margin is quite high, or they actually improved their profit margin compared to last year, because their revenue was not that much compared to the previous year, but then they ended up making almost 4 to 5 times the profit they made last year. So that's very good to see. Okay, I see the main reason for that. That was unrealized exchange gain on foreign loans. So I think mainly because of the capital appreciation we've seen this year, they were able to make some unrealized gains, and that's the main reason why the profits skyrocketed, even though it will still have been more compared to last year. So if I subtract this, they would have made about 100k, so almost like 2 times to like 3 times what they made last year. See that the current assets, which is about 900 million, is way more than that at about 600 million. So that's very good to see. Their current assets can take or cover all their current liabilities. So far everything has been quite good. I've not really seen anything quite disturbing as of yet, but I think the company I can really compare Kasapreko to is Guiness Ghana. It's already listed on Ghana Stock Exchange, and looking at their statements, you can see that their revenue as of trailing 12 months is 3 points. Let me increase the chart. It's 3.17 billion. So you can see that Guiness Ghana is, I would say, a bigger company than Kasapreko. They do make more revenue, which has been growing massively since the 2020 till now. When we come to their net income, that's where there's a little bit of volatility. You don't see that trend of continuous growth where they are making massive growth each year. They are growing their revenue, but this year they're actually 210. Wow, that's massive. But you could see some years they make relatively small, other years massively. But when I look at the total assets here, we can see that Guinness total assets is about 1.9, but then Kasapreko was like 1.7. So the gap really is not that big. I really thought Guinness Ghana would be like a way bigger company, especially when you look at the revenue they made for this year trailing 12 months. But then, Charlie, in terms of the assets, they are relatively almost of the same size. Even the equity tells the same story. We have Guiness Ghana of about 630, and even if you look at Kasapreko's own, it's about 496 or about 500. So there's not really, you wouldn't really say that Guinness is a very bigger company compared to that of Kasapreko. And remember, Guinness is already listed. They have the ability to raise funds from the public, whilst Kasapreko, on the other hand, I think they've done some corporate bonds here and there, but they've not really done any huge source of financing from the public. So that's the end of this particular video. I'm limited as to what I can do in terms of analyzing the company, just because, you know, they are not listed yet, so there's not really a lot of information for me to work on. But I think this is, you know, a good working start if you are interested in this particular company. I think this just gives you an insight as to how the company is performing, and you know, it's quite good. It's nothing bad, nothing over the top as well. So, you know, as they draw closer to listing on the Ghana stock market, I'll take another look at them again and, you know, try and see how the company is performing. My personal rule is never to buy a company on IPO, because, Charlie, sometimes you could buy it at a higher price, but sometimes, you know, you can get it at a discount as well. But it all just depends. I'll just wait and see if they list. I'll try and go over their the company again and, you know, just give my thoughts on it. But for now, I'm just going to hold off with any comments. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Kasapreko. Do you think it will be a worthwhile investment? Are you excited about them listing on the Ghana Stock Exchange? I would love to know. Comment down below. Like, Charlie, you know already. Subscribe to the channel. Share to people you think might be interested. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. Peace.